These are the things that I think you should look for in a data science master's in the UK. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Leon. I'm a data scientist based in the UK. So at the end of 2019, I graduated with a data science master's, and since then quite a few people have asked me about what to look for in a data science master's to make sure that they pick the best course. And this might be because there's so many new data science courses available nowadays that there's kind of a paradox of choice. There's so many available that people don't really know what they're supposed to be looking for. Since the course content and structure changes all the time like they have during the pandemic, I'm not going to be saying things like you need to study a course that looks exactly like this, or that you need to study this one particular module with this specific name, because I don't think that's going to be very useful. So here are the timestamps, and in this video I'm going to give you some general advice, at least from my experience, on what to look for in a data science master's. Hope you find it useful. Let's get right into it. So I think module flexibility is important because everybody coming into the data science masters will have a different background. Usually masters courses have a list of compulsory modules that you'll have to do. This depends on the school of the masters course that you're doing, but for me, since mine was under the School of Mathematics, this meant that the majority of my compulsory modules were maths modules. However, the majority of my course was quite flexible, so I could choose between computer science modules and business modules as well. I would recommend picking a course that's flexible enough to cater to your own background. For me, I had a maths background, so I ended up picking a lot of computer science modules to compensate for my lack of knowledge in computer science. Definitely check on how much flexibility the university has on this and what the compulsory modules are. You don't want to be forced doing modules that you don't find useful, because that would be a massive waste of time and money. Also, this flexibility means that you can specialize in something that you like. You don't have to become a data scientist just because you graduated with a data science master's. In my opinion, a legit data science course will always try to give you a good foundation in statistics. It should teach you statistical modeling, probability theory, maybe Bayesian statistics or time series analysis, those kinds of things. I actually never learned time series analysis or Bayesian statistics in my undergraduate master's degree and data science master's degree, so I kind of regret not doing those, and now I have to learn those in my own time. Having a good understanding of statistics will help with things like exploratory data analysis and machine learning, for example, and also data science interviews, because they tend to test your statistical understanding. Make sure that the data science master's course teaches enough Python and SQL. Now, some people think my opinion is a little bit controversial because I prefer Python over R. I actually have a video on that up here, which I'll link in the cards above. But basically, I think Python is the better choice for data science. And if a course teaches you too much R, then I don't think that's a good thing. In my opinion, and I think most people can agree with me on this, is that academia often teaches you how to use tools that are not commonly used anymore in the industry. Luckily for me, I guess we didn't learn any outdated tools, but we did spend too much time, in my opinion, learning R. We didn't have any Python sessions, when, to be honest, me and most of my classmates just wanted to learn Python because it's easier to use. I would recommend making sure that your course teaches you enough Python so that you don't go through what I did, especially if you're interested in machine learning and deep learning and that kind of thing. And also, Python is a very flexible tool so that later on when you do graduate with a master's, at least you can apply for different types of roles. I think R is too specific for statistics. And then the second language that I mentioned is called SQL or SQL. It's the most commonly used language in the world for data querying, and it's also needed for a lot of data related roles. Now, I know SQL might not be as sexy as Python when it comes to programming languages, but it is really important to learn if you want to work as a data scientist. So make sure that your data science master's has at least dedicated modules to learning SQL, or at least extra sessions so that you can improve your SQL skills. So even to this day, I think Tableau and Power BI are both the most commonly used tools in the industry for reporting. For me, in my master's, we learned a lot of Tableau, so I use Tableau for making charts. I used it for my dissertation as well. And nowadays, now that I'm working as a data scientist, I use a lot of Power BI. I can say with quite a lot of confidence that if you learn either of these tools, it's going to be extremely useful to you when you start looking for a data science job. Because they're so commonly used, I try and make sure that some modules in the data science masters at least teaches you how to use Tableau or Power BI in some way. Otherwise, I would consider that as a red flag. Even now, when I look through job adverts, there's so many that still ask for some experience in Tableau or Power BI. Your dissertation project is going to be the biggest project that you'll do in the entire academic year. Despite this, you're not going to be given a list of topics until the second half of the academic year. So you're not going to find out what you're going to do for your dissertation until you've started the course and you're midway through. But depending on the school of your master's course, you'll most likely be given more options for that particular school. For me, in my case, since my master's course was under the School of Mathematics, this meant that I had more maths topics to choose from in my dissertation topics list. However, I actually applied to a lot of computer science topics and I failed failed them because obviously the computer science students had a higher priority for those topics. So I actually ended up doing a maths topic, which kind of sucked because I wanted to do machine learning under the School of Computer Science, but I couldn't. So what ended up happening was me doing a dissertation project that was kind of like machine learning, but it was very heavily maths focused because my project was under the School of Mathematics. I'd probably recommend asking some students that are currently enrolled on the course to give you an idea of what topics you might get. They might also be able to send you the entire list of topics, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be spending months in the summer doing something that you don't want to do. In some data science interviews, they will ask you about your dissertation project, so it helps to at least come across that you had some passion in the project when you were doing it. So I think more and more universities that offer data science masters now have data science societies. There can be a lot of benefits to joining a data science society. For example, they can offer extracurricular projects and challenges for you to take part in. It also makes it easier for you to form a team for any big data science projects that you might want to do. And it's also good for making connections through the events that they hold every year. If you do take part in the projects offered by the Data Science Society, then it looks good on your CV, because I have had interviewers ask me about them before. So those were the main things that I'd consider if I was to choose a data science masters again. I actually have a video up here where I go through my entire data science masters in 10 minutes. I also have a video up here on whether or not you should do a data science masters. I'll put some links in the description box down below to my blog where I go through the same topics in detail. You can also follow me on Instagram, and if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.